Any world with Emma Watson in it is a world worth saving.
Haha, film cult.
Gosh, Hollywood, can't you come up with something new? Another book adaptation? Noah. It's the story that every Christian, Jew, or Muslim already knows, but if you didn't grow up on the story, here's a short recap. God tells a man named Noah to make an ark. He puts a lot of animals on there so that he can flood the earth and kill all the other human beings. And then the ark goes up, survives, lives with all the other animals, comes back down, earth is back to normal. This movie is fairly controversial, and we're not going to touch upon those points because this is a review video. We are going to be posting a sister video where we will talk about those things that you can click on right here. The original story of Noah is only 3 chapters in the Old Testament, so you shouldn't be surprised if there's some liberties taken with this movie. This is not the Sunday school story that you have been told. Do not take your children to this movie. I repeat, do not take your kids to this movie. A major valid complaint of this movie is the false advertising. This movie was made for adults. It's got mature themes in there, and although it's not a bloody movie, there is a lot of carnage in there, and there are some scenes in here that we would define as horrifying. There's a scene in there where it's pitch black and all you can hear is the passengers of the ark screaming for each other as the flood comes in. And that fades into another scene where they're sitting there staring at each other as they can hear the cries of the people outside the ark dying, and those sounds filter in. It really brings it home as to what's actually happening, and it's not told in the regular way you've heard in Sunday school. Director Darren Aronofsky took from a lot of different sources when writing this movie, and so don't be surprised if you see things in here that you're not going to recognize. That's not to say that they didn't take artistic liberties with this movie, mainly with the watchers and the events on the ark, but we felt that the liberties that they did take were there to strengthen the story that took place on the ark. The acting was very complimentary to the movie. It didn't make the movie, but it definitely would have broken it had it been awful. We had a pretty star-studded cast here, with Emma Watson, who floats my ark, Jennifer Connelly, who's been floating my boat since Labyrinth, and Logan Lerman, who I'm not gay, but the cast is led by Russell Crowe as Noah, who's not a bad-looking guy, and Anthony Hopkins, who plays our great, and the villain was played by Ray Winstone, who's not a very big actor, but he deserved mentioning because he did a great job. Great grandfather. The cinematography was absolutely breathtaking. This whole movie was a tour de France of eye candy. Everything visual in this movie had a purpose to it. Even the earth itself was a reflection of the wickedness of man. Fun fact, did you know that Noah is credited with discovering the alcohol in wine? That's why he's a drunkard. There was an extremely strong environmental message in this movie, which we were okay with, and I'm sure that will bug some of you as viewers. But our problem with it was that sometimes it felt like the treatment of the earth or animals was worse than the treatment of fellow humans. We categorize this movie as art. It is a heavy movie. There's a lot of great things that we liked in here, but there's pretty heavy messages that gives you a lot to ponder. We rated this movie at 2.5 stars out of 3, or 2.5 Emma Watsons, because you can't have too much of a good thing, eh? That's so creepy. Did you see the movie? Did you like it? Did you disagree with us or not? Leave your comments below.